How's it going? Today we're going to go over the restaurant ordering system. Whenever you are out and about or friends ask you out, you do not have to be a hermit and just stay in your house all of the time in order to reach your fitness goals and to be healthy and get to the body composition that you want. So there are 4 rules that we want to pay attention to. Rule number 1, there are a few exceptions, but virtually every restaurant menu can be modified in order to fit a healthy lifestyle. Rule number 2, you do not have to eat ever. You don't have to eat at the restaurant. If your friends ask you to go eat out, you can always wait until you get home or bring something of your own or go back to the hotel. You will not die. Your metabolism will not slow down. That's another thing that you could do. Number 3, you could always use the words, can you grill, bake, or steam that? That's a question you're going to ask when ordering any food at a restaurant if you're wanting to stick to the plan. Rule number 4, for portions, stick with a rough estimate on the top of your plan using your hand. So let's go over this a little bit. Do not order off the menu. Observe what proteins, carbs, and veggies are on the menu, then choose from there. The delicious recipes that they put together on the menu are not necessarily healthy. There are delicious options that you could choose that are off the menu. For example, that is not doused in fat or in sugar or other things that restaurants put on their food in order to make things taste really delicious. So therefore, you're going to want to order more of it. So step number 1, we want to choose your protein. So I have a list here of proteins that you would want to prioritize. You could do chicken breast, make sure it's skinless, pork tenderloin, jerk chicken, 0% Greek yogurt, any white fish, tilapia, catfish, egg whites. You could do 0% cottage cheese, any shellfish such as shrimp and clams and things of that nature. Or you could do 99% lean turkey breast. Keeping it safe, I usually like to stick with chicken breast. All right, number 2. Skip your fat. These will be most likely, the reason why we do this is because their fats are really already on their own really difficult to measure, and putting it on top of your meals, you don't know how much they're going to put it on there. So even when asked to put it on the side, eyeball the tablespoons, make sure it is a surefire way to get in trouble. So just go ahead and skip it. Like let's say if there's a salad and there's olive oil in it, go ahead and tell them to put the dressing on the side. All right, number 2, step 2.5, observe the carbs on the menu. Pick anything that can be cooked without oil. If you do not know, ask. So then again, that is the step where you can ask, can you grill, bake, or steam that? Okay, step number 3, pick your carbs. Some really recommended carbs are 1.5 cup of mashed sweet potatoes, white rice, anything that's on the step 3 list. You could do berries, 1 cup of brown rice, 1.5 cup of mashed red potatoes, 3 slices of Ezekiel bread, 1 cup of cooked quinoa, a cup of pasta, 1 cup of any beans. Make sure there's no barbecue sauce or sugars in there. Dry rolled oats are also good. Again, be careful with the sugar and the butter. Couscous, 1 cup of cooked couscous, 1 piece of fruit. Just make sure everything is plain and not really a whole lot on there. Great. So now we have our protein, we have our carb, no fats. Let's go to step number 4, my favorite. Pick your veggies. This one is super easy. Look on the menu. Look for things like steamed asparagus, salad. Make sure the dressing is off. Lemon juice and light balsamic vinegar is really good alternative for something to put on a light salad. You could also do steamed green beans, steamed broccoli, any other mixed greens such as salads or spinach, kale, romaine. Just make sure the dressing is put on the side. Okay, so if it's not a cold served veggie such as a salad, you could always just ask, can you grill, bake, or steam that? And be sure to leave out any of the oils. All right, step number 5. This is important. Skip the dessert, any appetizers, and alcohol. People want you there because of who you are. not because of what you drink or eat with them. So you can always connect with people through conversation, drink a water. You don't necessarily have to bond over eating the same thing. So distinguish between that as well. You can definitely bond over a meal without having to eat the exact same thing as them. And also, if you're drinking with some friends, people don't be so wrapped around the idea that you have to drink to fit in. If you feel uncomfortable drinking just water, what you could do is you could simply ask for soda with lime. Make sure it has no calories, like a seltzer water with lime. So that way, maybe you're sensitive about people saying things or something like that. That's totally fine too. All right. So questions. What if I go over to a friend's house? So one thing that I recommend doing is plan ahead by eating beforehand and only lightly eating while you're there, sticking to the grilled meats, serve yourself, stick to the veggies, things like that. Option number 2, let them know ahead of time that you're happy to bring something over to cook and have some veggies. You guys can cook together. You can bring your own dish that is friendly to your way of eating. And, cooking together, bringing food makes you generous and non-demanding friends. So those are the things that I recommend if you're going over to a friend's house. So those are the tips and tricks that I have in order to stay on plan while you are out eating or you're traveling and there's no other option other than a restaurant. Hope this helps. You got it. Crush your goals.